switch back to YouTube for this one. And I don't know if I'm going to stay back here, though. But at least for the One Piece streams, I had to switch over. I'm going to get through this quick. Probably, maybe. I mean, I'll still yap. So that will play a factor in if this is a lengthy stream or not. Only so I can like make sure it doesn't do any frame drops beforehand, because it usually happens within like an hour or so. But it's 11:59. There were spoilers a few days ago. I managed to somehow avoid all of it. I didn't even need to mute specific like names. I did see one name come up, and that was I saw Rayleigh's name. I don't know the significance behind it, but you know, he was in the previous chapter. Of course, he's going to be in the next chapter, which I assume is another flashback chapter. Haven't seen the title yet. I saw the image that shows up on TCB's post when they announced that the new chapter dropped, so that's all I'm going off of. Just let me know. And it's called Island of Destiny. And we get into the cover story, I think. We haven't gotten a color in a while. Let me zoom in. There we go. Now we're really locked in. Is this TCB? This is not TCB. Hold on. Wait. We gotta be tuned into the right thing. Hold on. My bad. They did say that they uploaded though. There we go. I see it. All right. This is the real one. I'm not a fan of One Piece games. Here we go. It's the real one. The Island of Destiny. Look. Y'all better be careful with apples y'all eating. I don't trust a single apple on Wano after the small fruit stuff. Volume 41, dude. The group heads back to the flower capital, chowing down on some apples. I don't trust those apples, man. So they're headed back to the capital. I'm sure it's going to get interesting. I noticed that some people were actually just upset about this whole entire cover story, because I guess it's taken so long, and I have noticed like this is the longest cover story I believe. They're like, it's taken so long without any payoff, without any big reveals. I mean, we got one yesterday, but that was beforehand. People were talking about it, but I was like, and I saw a post which I'm gonna reference a little offhand. We're getting this cover story on top of full One Piece chapters. I don't think any other author kind of does this, where they drop a background little story to supplement the main story. That doesn't really happen too often. I feel like One Piece fans are a little too comfortable, and the complaining is not really warranted, because you're like, I get the anticipation for something to happen with Yamato, but you gotta wait, dude. Like, before this type of stuff happened, some of the cover stories weren't even that important. Now we're getting stuff like this where it's a little bit of relevancy. So I don't know. In my opinion, I just think people need to chill out. Chill out. Appreciate the little page that Oda at least gives us. And then read the damn chapter. I mean, come on, dude. But the note today, One Piece Day is shaping up to be an excellent event. Enjoy the family atmosphere, okay? That's this week? I'm losing track of time. I thought One Piece Day happened, didn't it? Or was that last? I gotta look it up after this. 39 years ago. So this is... They said that... Okay, they said that God Valley takes place 2 years... 2 years from now, from the last chapter, from 1158. We're about to reach 1160, dude. I hope that there's no break next week, but I can feel it. With this type of chapter, I can feel it. I got some sort of fan intuition right now, where it's like this is gonna be gas, and it's so much gas. Like, Oda's gonna take a break. All hell has broken loose. It's a rainy night, probably storming too. 39 years ago, Hachinosu Pirate Island. Somebody is shocked, surprised. Did you look everywhere? They took her. They took her. Don Marlin and the others were killed? My dude Gang Beige's father probably died? They were on guard duty last night. Oh, they showed a body too. This is a flashback. The Dawn couldn't protect her? It can't be. Who the hell did this? No wonder Dawn was not in the Kuma flashback on God Valley. That dude was long gone. And the others, I guess it was just like his sub crew, like his group, his men. Bro, he really died. I'm guessing if he was the father, he been had Gang Beige. Man, what are you saying? Huh? Someone kidnapped our Shaki? It only took the perpetrating party a few hours, but dude, look at Newgate's. Look at Newgate and Rox's reactions. Newgate looks more worried than Rox. They left behind no trace. Yo! Wangcha! You're a rat! He's a rat! How's it going, Alex? Yo, he's a rat! Gloriosa's crying. Oh my god. Okay. I can see why Black Bear didn't even like bother to at least recruit Longja. He just straight up killed him during the Rocky Port incident. He probably knew. Like he was the domino effect that led to Blackbeard's death. I mean, Rox's death. Bro, he kickstarted all this. He was the informant. Really moved to Twitch. I saw your vlogs dropping. Yeah. During one of the Twitch streams though, because I thought that it wasn't going to have frame drops, which it didn't for the last stream. But then I tried to play some. I tried to play some games. I switched over. I wanted to play Toho, and as soon as I switched over, it suddenly just started like shitting the bed. And I don't know. I might go back there and try to boot it up again. Maybe it was just like one little frame drop, and I can deal with it. Just keep streaming on there. But I'll see. I still need to get fibers. It's just a problem with this trash system I got. And Silk Song did come out. I'm not gonna buy it yet, cause I feel like if I just get it now, it's just gonna be sitting on my library. I'm not gonna play it, cause I still need to beat the first game. So, yeah. But that's hype. That's really hype. I think it crashed Steam. I was not awake. I took like a nap. A few hours passed. I'm like, oh shoot, Silk Song been out. But I think it crashed Steam probably. Oh man, and if he is Caribou's son, Caribou's probably very similar to him, and Caribou's an informant too. He has information that he's gonna give to Blackbeard. But he might be He might be plotting. Caribou might plot around. I'll get hyped for Silk Song when I'm actually playing the game. For some reason, I'm so patient right now. Like I would boot the game up, but I gotta beat the original. How was the meme dude breaking the chains? It's finally out. I'm free. I've seen a lot of people post the Sisyphus image. Like he finally got the boulder at the top of the hill. He's like, shit, what do I do now? What do we wait for now? The pirates were distraught and shaking with rage. Please be okay, Shaki. Damn you, rocks. How could you let this happen? I'm gonna kick your ass. Word spread across the sea. Yeah, so that was their main objective. I feel like they went to God Valley for something else too. I really do. Man, I'm still hung up on this. Caribou definitely has. If he's like his father, he's going to be plotting and scheming on the same level as this. But I'm wondering what he's gonna do. Like he's gonna tell Blackbeard about the information that he gathered throughout his time just in the New World, hiding in the barrel on the Straw Hat ship, going from island to island. Very important islands. Man. Can't wait for Mossback to do his analysis on all the endings. There's different endings, and see, look, this is why I need to finish Hollow Knight, because I didn't even know there was different endings to Hollow Knight. I streamed it so long ago and I already forgot, but I do remember I was on the part where all my money got taken by the bank that I thought was secure, and then they ran off with it. I don't even have the double jump, which I also didn't know. I didn't know the Hollow Knight could spread wings. He could sprout wings and do like a second jump, because I only got the one jump and the air dash, and that's it. Like I feel like I'm really early into the game. I'm nowhere progressed in that. Shocky. Ooh, look at him actually worried about her. Who's in the background? It's just a random Hachinosu pirate. And the people sink deep into despair, their smiles fading as the world's economy ground to a halt for several weeks because she got kidnapped? She caused the economy to shift? A year late? She was kidnapped for a year. God Valley, West Blue. Garling, I'm so happy. The mom. I feel like she's a resident. She's a native resident of God Valley. And this dude just pulled up. He's dotting already. I don't even think he cares about her. What's her dialogue saying? Always knew you'd come back. Oh yeah, he doesn't even care. He's just been chilling up in Marie's while doing whatever. He's probably had other kids too. Shamrock Shanks, it's your father. He's coming down here for something other than seeing his kids. Maybe he cares about them. Twins, huh? How precious. Oh, he does. Wow. Hold on, hold. I need to see some strong. That's just one dialogue. Hold on. Yeah, they're your kids. Why don't you stay here with me? That's a pipe dream right there. Shamrock's like, gah. Well, if we were to share a home, it certainly wouldn't be here. Like so that's alluding like to bringing them up to Marie Joie. I don't think she would be invited to Marie Joie. In their eyes, you're lesser. This island won't be around much longer. He's like, yeah, we're gonna have a slave hunting game here. So, yeah. I wonder if he cares enough about her to exclude her from it, but she probably doesn't even want to be a part of any of that. Besides, I've already secured a worthy bride for my. No, he doesn't even care about her. Okay, okay, cares about the kids, doesn't care about the mother. All right, that's cool. Not really. That's not cool at all. He's gonna leave her here to die. Besides, I've already secured a worthy bride for myself and placed the order. And she's like, huh? She will be mine, provided he placed. No! He's talking about Shocky. Place the order? You're talking same day delivery, Amazon, bro. What is he? He's talking about a person. He's talking about shot. I've played. I thought he was talking about the order to like start the hunting game on God Valley. He's talking about placing an order on a person. I've already placed the order. What are you talking about? There's like 5 endings in the classic game. The hardest to achieve being the Embrace the Void ending. Just the name alone, yeah, I believe you. That's probably the hardest one. He placed the order on Shocky to be his bride. A bride order? What the hell? What? She will be mine provided I triumph in the tourney. So whoever wins gets Shocky? Tourney? She doesn't even know. Yo! Yo, kill this man! Kill this man! Kill this man! Get him out of here! He's been alive for 40 plus years! He's been sticking around for 40 plus years and now he's an elder? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? In front of the kids! In front of the twins! In front of the twins! Begin the preparations. Yes, sir. Making landfall now. Navy ships from the world government? That's right, they surrounded the whole island. Are they searching for some vile criminal? Get those children inside. Limit yourselves to tranquilizer rounds. If they don't resist, just capture them. Lieutenant Commander, what exactly is the goal of this operation? It's a training exercise. Now zip it. You're 10 years too early to be questioning orders, cadet. Who is this? Is that Dragon? Bro, that's Dragon. Bro, that's Dragon. Bro, that's Dragon. Yo, that's Dragon. That's Dragon. That's Dragon. That's Dragon. That's Dragon. It's the same symbol. He has the same symbol on his arm that he tattooed on his face. That's Dragon. This is probably why he quit. This is probably why he quit. Why was Garp complaining? Why was Garp complaining that Dragon quit the Navy? This is the most reasonable like thing to do. He's called Garland because you always you always live with a bitter taste in your mouth when he appears. And he always trips me up too with his dialogue, and then I'm thinking, okay, maybe he is kind of, he has a side to him that is soft and is not really too bad, and then he killed the mother of his twins. This is Dragon. Why would Garp complain? He's complaining to Kuzan like, oh, my son quit the Navy. Did you see what prompted him to quit? You're 10 years too early to be questioning orders, cadet. But Dragon gets cut off. Squad leader, what's the deal with this upstart? My apologies, he's still in training. Yeah. Nobody wants to be trained to just capture a bunch of people, turn into slaves to be hunted. This is like one of his first training exercises. All right, cadet, you're going to capture these people, and they're going to be enslaved, and they're going to be shot and killed by the celestial dragons. All right, good luck. Excuse me, what's going on? What's going on? Gets tranquilized, bro. Do not resist. Keep still. What? Aw, these kids, bro. I'm sorry. Run, they're capturing everyone. But why? These are just ordinary civilians. Don't question it. You're a bot. Oh my god. Oh man, I get it. I know there's some nuance within the Navy. There's good and bad. Same thing with pirates, but you specifically, sir, are a bot. you and everybody else not questioning these orders are just straight up drones, man. There's no room for personal doubts when following military orders. Just focus on completing the mission. Huh? Yo. Oh man. Dragon, don't do it. He's huffing and puffing. Look at his face, bro. Young Dragon. He had the widow's peak since he was a cadet. You see the I thought that was in his later years. That dude was man's like Dracula, bro. Dude looks Vegeta. He looked like Vegeta with a slick back. Okay, tranquilizer rounds shouldn't kill anyone. There was a theory that Dragon was at Gavali. Said stop resisting. Straight up bot activity, man. Just give up and try to run, bro. He had that. Oh wait, is that a tattoo, not an armband? That looks like a tattoo actually. So he had that. Let me see. Yeah, it's a tattoo. And then he put it on his face. Look at the cuffs, man. His title is just Marine. His title is just Marine, a little Marine cadet. Future Monkey D. Dragon, future Supreme Commander of the Revolutionary Army, father of Luffy. Dragon is finally doing something, bro. Even if it's in the flashback. There's no more ... This was when he was actually doing something, bro. He was actually proactive for the wrong reasons. He should not be proactive in this incident. But at least he's doing something. Sorry. If you let me detain you, I won't shoot you. I don't know what's going on, but I'm leaving this island. Out of my way. Bam, bam. Still got him with the trinks. Huff, huff. Put on your mask. It's sleeping gas. Huh? Did you put it on in time? Dude, Dragon, man. Navy prison ship transporting slaves. So they were not only just... Oh yeah, this is where Kuma's probably on this ship. This thing looks different. This looks different from a normal Navy ship. Like, yeah, it's a prison ship, but damn, bro. Look at it. It look like it got armament. Look how black it is. It looks like it has armament hockey on the. What is that wood, bro? Or that's probably like metal or something. Bzz, 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 bzz. Who we talking to? Is that Guinea? Yo, Guinea was plotting. Guinea was plotting. Look at her running. I could have swore I saw someone. She's in the communications room. Oh man. Oh, rip Guinea, bro. Hold on. These two characters got peculiar designs, but I'm not gonna make any theories or predictions. But you know how Oda is. One background character might be important, or they might be a character we've seen before. That cut looks familiar though, but moving on. Big bro, Guinea, you're safe. Whatever did this speech. What a relief. I did it. Now it's up to the informant to relay it. Don't be so loud, you two. And don't do anything rash. You'll get us punished too. Punished. Where's Kuma at? There he is. There's my boy, bro. There's my dude, bro. I need to see you back in action. In the present. Yeah, there was a theory about Dragon either knowing about the God Valley incident or being directly involved, and it's the latter. That is insane. That's insane, bro. He didn't start. It took him a while to actually start the revs, because remember, this was. Didn't he start the revs like shortly after Roger died, or was that a little bit before? He didn't have the tattoo when Roger died, right? I gotta go back to that flashback. Moron, do you want to die with no knowledge of where they're tanking us? I hate how Ivankov speaks all the time. It's there's characters like that too in like different media where I literally can't read correctly. You need to try if you want to be saved. Miracles are not easy to come by. Big bro. The slaves are getting rowdy. So there are still slaves with spirit. Oh man, because at this point Kuma just gave up, and that was when he broke down and started crying on God Valley, and Ivankov was trying to like get yourself together, dude. Come on, put yourself together. Because his spirit is broken right now. Like his mom long passed. His father recently got shot while trying to cheer Kuma up with the Nika dance and stuff. The goat shows up in this chapter. Is that a young Morgan's? Dog. Hold on, alright. Cypherpol Intelligence Bureau. You have more absurd intel? What is it this time? Don't be coy, you guys. You guys must have caught wind of that transmission too. Let's skip to the part where you pay me off. You'd rather keep this story quiet, right? Morgan's looks different. Wait. Hold on. He's just some kid running a local paper with a fancy name. Bro, in his heyday, man. In his early days. This one, he wasn't big news. He wasn't big news back then. He was slightly slightly medium-sized news, man. How does he keep getting intel like this? He had his sources, man. Don't push your luck. You'll be erased. Look at his laugh. Just try and stop me. Fools, I'm gonna leak news to Pirate Island either anyway. So it wasn't just Guinea. Okay, Guinea was the one who triggered everything, but the one who propagated it was my man's Morgans, bro. My dude Morgans. Medium-sized Morgans, dude. Medium-sized news Morgans. President of the World Economic Journal. Dude. And look at the other seagulls, man. The fit is crazy, too. That damn bird. I did not expect to see him in this chapter. Yeah, this was after his dad got shot. Because he got shot in Marijwa and then he got taken down to God Valley. It's Shocky. She's still alive? Is this for real? Bro, Guinea and Morgans are MVPs. Guinea and Morgans are the MVP of this entire arc. Or not arc, but you know, this entire incident. Is this for real? I'm so relieved. Where did she say she is? God Valley. Where's that? Oh, you're not so happy. Kill this man, bro. Look at Captain John. This smells fishy. This smells fishy. Can we trust this source? Can we trust you? There's no doubt about it. The Navy's in turmoil. She's gonna be a prize in the Celestial Dragon tournament? Oh, man. So those damn government bastards were the ones who kidnapped her? Shocky-chan. The Celestial Dragon's human hunt. I always figured that was a baseless rumor. Sheesh, just look at his expression. Looks like they're putting devil fruits up for grabs too, Kaido. Dang, you want one? What do these ones do? he was so new, bro. He was so new. Cause later on we already know he was hunting for zone fruits left and right. These fruits could be perfect for my kids. Oh. Their faces look like they smelled a fart. Long juice specifically, man. That triple chin going on down there. That's not even from the mud fruit. That's just his anatomy, bro. These fruits could be perfect for my kids. Was there more than the two devil fruits that she got? The soul and the no, she'd been at the soul fruit. I mean the dragon and the pawpaw. Did she find like the mochi fruit or something and gave it to Katakuri? I need to see this. Hold on. She's like, these fruits could be perfect for my kid. Maybe she was talking about the two, Azure Dragon and Pawpaw. She was probably gonna give either Azure Dragon or Pawpaw to Katakuri. Or somebody, one of her first few kids. You know, the oldest. If this is some sort of trap. Wait, what if this is some sort of trap? Shut up. If you've got cold feet, you can just stay behind on the island. Let's move. God Valley awaits. I mean, he wasn't wrong. Actually, no, it's not really a trap. I don't think it was. No, they like the world government and Celestial Dragons were literally just trying to have the hunt there. They weren't anticipating anybody finding the island. So it wasn't a trap, but you know, Rock still got defeated and died shortly after. And then the Roger Pirates. Gavon, where's God Valley? It's pretty far, but we should make it in time. Y'all are with me, right, fellas? Look at Rayleigh. Of course we are. There's still more chapter left, too. Rox is already on the move. We can't let him get ahead. Oh, man. And all bets are off, too. They're not in the bar anymore. No rules. So, yeah, they were fighting each other. Dude. But we now know... Just so yeah, for a few. We now know that it wasn't like... Okay, they were like rivals and stuff. And even to a greater extent when they were out at sea. Like, kind of a nemesis, I guess. It wasn't a dynamic that Blackbeard and Luffy had, because that shit is real personal now, especially since the stuff that happened with Ace, right? But I don't think Roger and Rox had that sort of thing going on. But they're both after the same thing, which is saving Shocky. I feel like why didn't they team up? I wonder why they didn't team up to, first and foremost just save Shocky. And it was instead Roger and Garp fighting against Rox, unless that's false. I don't know. But it feels strange because they don't have any personal thing towards each other, but they are pirates. I gotta understand that too. They are pirates, so they at the end of the day they might have. That was probably why they were fighting each other on God Valley. I gotta see. It was an unlikely turn of events, but this small leak led to the mobilization of all the toughest men on the seas. I can't believe Oda's getting into this, man. But you know what? If it's any arc to have this sort of flashback, it is Elbaf. But I thought God Volley was going to happen, like, after Elbaf. I know it's going to happen not this early, because we are in Final Saga, but yeah, it feels early, you know? It seems Roger's heading there, too. Leave with that next time. I'm on my way, yeah, from the Kuma flashback. That was a funny moment. Whose ship is this? It's a giant ship, like a ship for giants? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, I thought like giant ship, but no, a giant warrior pirate ship. That's what they mean. So, wow. Harold is here. I did not know Harold was going to be here. You know what? Now it makes sense why this arc is it makes sense why this flashback is happening on the Elbaf arc. Cuz we didn't have this information before. We didn't know that they were going to show up. Not everyone wants to team up with their enemy, even if they have similar goals. Yeah, I understand that too. But they just don't have the same dynamic as Luffy and Blackbeard. So I just assumed. My assumptions are, they got flipped on top of its head, though. Yeah, this makes sense for Elbaf to have the God Valley arc if we now know that he pulled up. Where was he in the Kuma flashback? We did not see a single giant in that flashback. Wait, what is it, Rox? We can't stop now. I love Rox's ship, dude. He was so creative. That's how you know that was all Blackbeard. If Rox's soul is really in Blackbeard, you know that the thought process and planning towards that 3 log ship was Blackbeard entirely. Yeah, it was just Blackbeard entirely. It was just him. Whatever type of shipwright he got, he did not pick the right one, bro. Because I feel like if it was up to Rox's part, he would have got something similar to this. This ship design goes hard. They said your entire crew is obsessed with this woman. That's how I knew I'd be able to intercept you here, Rox. Oh, and he's a part of the world government. Yeah, he's siding with them. Dang, he didn't even land on the island and he already has to fight Harold and his men? Wait, this might explain things why Roger had to fight Rox then. Because Harold, it had to probably do with Harold. Here to intercept you, Rox. You know, if we fought without any regard for our own lives, we could sink your puny little ship with ease. See that vessel over there? It's a government surveillance ship. Oh, this panel. Oh, this panel. His name might be Teach, but he doesn't seem to know much. Marshall D. student. So you're still trying to curry favor by playing the government's lapdog? You may be king of the overgrown brutes, but you're underestimating us. Are you really content with letting the government sit back and watch as we tear each other apart? You're nothing but a giant lunatic clinging to your deluded version of progress. Why don't we talk it out, just the two of us? Man. The rocks that I had in my head before all this I would just be thinking like, no, he's just gonna sink his ship, bro. Just sink his ship, fight him, sink his ship, do whatever, move on to God Valley. Such a different character from what I thought, man. And who's pouring that? He's even trying to pour some sake in the cup, man. You must have an idea where we're going and what we're doing. Listen, this is for your ears only. I ain't gonna tell anyone else, not even my own crew. This is beyond saving Shocky and going to God Valley. Wait. Your Majesty, why talk to him? That bastard, we don't even have time to take it easy. I bet even now my Shocky's calling for your Shocky. Alright. Alright, Shiki, chill out. I've got a hidden name? Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Marshall? He's gonna reveal it's Marshall? Or no, Teach. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's last name first. Marshall D. Teach. So it's Rox D. Teach? I've got a hidden name. And then Harold's like, what? Davy! Davy Jones. Wait. What? Davy Jones is a first then last name, but in One Piece, since names are like Japanese, it's in the Japanese format, it's last then first, so Davy's a last name? So by extension, Blackbeard could also be called Davy D. Teach? And Davy Jones's name, if put into the Western naming order, is Jones Davy? Davy D. Zebek. And he was the worshiper of Davy Jones. That when the narrator was gassing him up when he was talking to Emu. What? I thought he was like a follower of the legend of Davy Jones. He's actually related. And that's what... Who said it? It was Emu, right? It was Emu or one of the Gorosei. The Gorosei were like Blackbeard and his peculiar lineage or something. I don't know what the dialogue was verbatim. But, you know, you would think they're talking about the D-Clan, but they're not just talking about the D-Clan. They're talking about the specific family branch of the D-Clan, and that's Davy. They were talking about that lineage. My name is Jones Davy. You might know my cousin Davy Jones. Like that's strange, because that's how the naming order goes in One Piece. Like if you were to say Luffy's name in the Western naming order, it'll be Luffy D. Monkey. You know. And I never knew that. Like back then, when I was younger, I didn't know that it was in the Japanese naming order. So I just thought everybody was calling Monkey D. Luffy's name by just his last name. You know, like when his crew would call him Luffy, I'm like, why are they just saying his last name? But it's his first name. You're not really called Rox? Rox D. Zevik. Rox D. Teach. Davy D. Teach. Where does the Rox come from? Maybe it's his. I don't want to say his wife. I'm not sure. No, because it'll be Marshall, right? It'll be Marshall. I reckon the world government has been trying to ease this specific name. I said ease, to erase this specific name for a long time. Even more so than the D clan. But you know what? Nobody knows what the D stands for. so, but Davy is pretty clear, and you can probably like link that to the family. That might knowing you know what, knowing Davy might be the best hint that you can have, the best clue to finding out what the D means, what the D initial means. That might be the best clue right there. Like imagine if Robin had information on the Davy family. It's tied to the lineage of the legendary pirates Davy D. Jones. Yo! Jones D. Davy, bro. His name is really Jones Davy. Oh man, it's really weird seeing Western names in One Piece, considering they aren't even changed to the Japanese format. Whitebeard's name is the biggest offense. Yeah, like what is it? Edward Newgate. So it's Newgate Edward. Like a last name, your last name being Edward. I mean, Edward's the last name, but usually you would add like an S to Edward, so it'd be like Newgate Edwards. But it's still fun. I adapted to it. I got used to it at some point, so it's not too jarring to me anymore. The name the name still commands some influence in the underworld even now, but it's barely scraping by, bro. When he said underworld, like I know he means metaphorical, but look, we're talking about Davy Jones here. He could be literal. Man, that I feel like that's a valid prediction for me to make. If you know about the Davy family, that might be one huge lead to figuring out what the D initial could mean. I ain't sure if the timing was good or bad, but 2 years ago I had a kid. To keep him totally safe, I sent my family away. That's why he's named Marshall? Back to my hometown. Told him to count on the Davy clan. Dude, he made sure that nobody knew that Teach was related to Rocks. He changed his name twice. You're not just gonna not have the Rocks last name. You are also not gonna have the Davy last name. I'm not giving you any of those. You're gonna take your mother's name, bro. You're going with Marshall. You will be a Marshall from now on to the rest of your life. But the elders still know about Teach. They still know about Teach, and they definitely know that he's Rox's son. So I wonder how they figured that out. Like, was it easy? There was a theory that the D standard for Davy. Yeah, I think I read that once. I didn't think so. I thought that was people think two things. It might be Davy, it might be Dawn, but we've heard that already. Like even in the story where it's like bring a new dawn to the world and stuff. Like I feel like that's a little obvious. So it has to be something else then. What's the origin of Davy Jones' locker then? It might. It could be. Oda could base it off of the real legend and then put a spin to it. Put a One Piece spin to it. I just don't know how exactly. I ain't even sure. Okay, I read this already. Count on the Davy clan. They're gonna be real important. Clearly. I see. So your kin, your wife and child are back in your hometown. But why are you revealing your weak spot to me? My hometown is God Valley. All of the most brutal pirates are from the West Blue, bro. Law was from the West Blue, right? Or am I thinking of the North? I know Kid was. Kid was from the West Blue. You have so many heavy hitters. Shanks is technically from the West Blue. He was born in the West Blue. Or not technically, he is from the West Blue, yeah. All of the heavy hitters are from the West Blue. I thought that was the end of the chapter. Well, with the reveal like that, I thought that was the end. There's still more? Are you saying the government staged this just to lure you in? Wow. That's... Oh. That's what Garling found. During the last chapter when he had that crazy look on his face, like, I found something. He made a great discovery or something on that island. And that's why they got rid of God Valley. I wonder if they found two things. One, they discovered the lineage of the Davy clan and everything. And two, they found either they already had Uranos or they found Uranos on God Valley, and that's how they were able to wipe God Valley off the map. And they had a good reason to now. They just discovered that God Valley is where the Davy clan is from. Like, you wipe that off the map, for sure. Because that clan could lead to more information about the Void Century, and by extension, what the D clan could mean. So you're saying that they staged this just to lure you in? No, the Celestial Dragons are gathering there, right? They wouldn't want me crashing their party. They just made a mistake. Okay, that too. That too. I wouldn't be surprised though if like maybe the elders did set something up. They just made a mistake. So it was just a crazy coincidence. That's insane also. But I still got what Garling said in the back of my head though. Still, it feels like destiny is pulling me in, dragging me back. Taking Shaki was their biggest blunder. As long as I get my wife and kid to safety, I'll be at peace with whatever happens next. So he's ready to go. If he went, he wouldn't have any qualms about dying. But it doesn't feel like luck's on my side anymore, Harold. Lend me a hand. This is his final request. This is his final request to get Harold on board. I feel like you gotta say it at this point, bro. He had this one-on-one with you. He's being real as hell. He just exposed his weakness. You gotta accept at this point. No way, I'm gonna sink you right here, right now? Come on, dude. Is that so? Bring it on. Don't interfere. Huh? It's hard to believe, but every 3 years... Narrator, what are we doing, narrator? What are we doing? Hold on, I gotta get ready. It's hard to believe, but every 3 years, you cowardly rat. Spread page down below. I didn't mean to scroll down that far. The Celestial Dragons chose an unaffiliated nation rich in resources and turn it into a hunting ground where they slaughter all the natives for sport. Help us. How can this be allowed to happen? Dude, every 3 years this has been going on. They keep this under wraps. They keep this under wraps too. I think they've already would have known about the Davy clan by now. My bet it's Uranus. Alright, last page. There's so much. Woo! That was a lot of dialogue. Alright, let me focus up. Let me not scroll down too much because the big reveals coming up. We now present the grand prize of this tournament beyond all the rare devil fruits up for grabs. In one of the com belts of the Grand Line lies the Olive Woman. Behold, their former empress, the most beautiful woman in the world. Her name is Shakuyaku. Whoa. The winner can decide whether to take her as a wife or slave. I just hate reading that. The day of the God Valley incident. Man. Wow, she's gorgeous. I want her. Since her capture, she's been kept spotless and pristine in every way. She's the very definition of a priceless treasure. What an amazing prize. Summers? Summers. Summers, wait. Didn't we hear that name before? I'm blinking. You better win her for the Shepherd family. I hate these faces. I hate every single one of these faces. I hate them all. I hate them all, bro. Please help me. My kids, you have to get them off the island. Don't let them take them. Come here, Teach. Dragon saved Blackbeard, bro. Come here, Teach. It'll be alright. You have to survive. Dragon saved Blackbeard on God Valley. What a domino effect. What a domino effect. Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. No way. No flipping way, bro. Every world. Oh, there's more. There's more down here. Wait, I didn't notice. I did not notice. Don't be stupid. I'm gonna make her my personal property when I win. Who is this? Who is this talking like that? Are you Summers? She'll be my wife. Quit dreaming, Summers. That's Summers. Who? And what? Wow, she's been kept alive for so long, dude. Gunko, with you here, we might just take home the Clan War trophy. And we've seen this character design before. It's so sad too, cause this guy or this character, we don't know. This character has such a good design too. I like these sort of hats, but they're a bad person. They're top 10 worst historical mistakes. This is a bad person. It's like, would you kill baby Hitler if you knew the outcome? Is Black? I would. Okay, Hitler specifically, yeah, I would probably kill him. I would most definitely kill him. But Black, compare him to Blackbeard. I don't know if Dragon would kill Blackbeard if he had knowledge. I don't know. I think he would probably bring him along with him, because I feel like he dropped Blackbeard off to. He definitely dropped Blackbeard off on some island and was like, "Take care, kid," or something. Because remember, Blackbeard was on some random island when he was like, "Take me with you, Whitebeard." So he must have just left. He must have just left Blackbeard somewhere. But I feel like if he knew that Blackbeard would become such a villain, I feel like he would want to change Blackbeard instead, like try to take him under his wing or something. Or maybe at the time, he's a cadet. He doesn't know anything. He probably didn't even want to have the weight of trying to take care of a kid at the time. Like he didn't even have Luffy here. Knowing Blackbeard plays a huge role. Okay, yeah, I understand that. I still don't think so though. I don't think he would kill him. I think he would put him on a path to not go that route, but I don't think he would kill him. You have to survive. It's the last panel. Every world noble knows the tourney features several super rare rabbits to hunt this year. This year, we've not only secured a brat from the Buccaneer tribe, but for the first time in 800 years, we've also uncovered members of the Davy clan. Yup, so that was the great discovery that Garling learned of. The site of the Great Clash. So, the inhabitants are members of the Davy clan, and their island is called God Valley. And I'm also sure the way the island looks in the first place, like it's two hands almost clasped together, like as if to pray to a god, is no coincidence either. There's no break. Whoa! Whoa! There's no break. I like when there's no breaks. I didn't expect that. We get to see what happens next. A week later? I don't gotta wait 2 weeks. I thought for sure I would be sitting for a while. I thought we would be sitting on this chapter for a while, just thinking. We don't have to wait that long, unless it's a weekly Shonen Jump break. Because when there's a WSJ break, it won't say break next week. But when there's an Oda break, it usually tells you. But who knows? I'm hoping that there isn't. Man, this last spread page is crazy. Dragon saved Blackbeard. A lot of information just got dropped here. So much information, man. This is tough to digest, man. This steak is well done. This steak is well done. Cause there's so much to process here. My goodness. The next chapter is gonna be the same as well. Like probably times 100. I recognized him as soon as I saw that cut. As soon as I saw that haircut, I'm like, that's Dragon. And then my suspicion got confirmed by looking at the tattoo. Man. Now I need to see. Okay, there's some things I want to see in the next chapter. If they speed things along a little bit, to where all three parties are on the island. You know what? If Blackbeard is clashing with Harold, it might just be that explains why he's not there, because he must have beat Harold. He must have won this duel right here. And it's on their ship. The duel is on their ship, and they are they are going crazy. Look at this explosion. If it happened on this ship, I don't think they would have made it to God Valley. So he must have won this encounter. And that's why we don't see Harold anywhere near God Valley, because his ship probably couldn't even go there. Who knows? I keep smelling lavender and cinnamon for some reason. I think I might pass out if I continue. Alright, you take care of yourself. You have a good one, bro. But I'm a put in some I'm gonna put my last few thoughts, and then I'll get out of here soon because, yeah, I'm surprised there's no frame drops. But it would be interesting to see if he somehow did make it to the island, Harold. 2 years ago, 2 years ago, Blackbeard went back to God Valley. What did he go back to God Valley for? Besides, Blackbeard being born. I wonder if he went with his crew. I guess he did, right? But if he's anything, if him and Blackbeard share similar behaviors and stuff, Blackbeard sometimes doesn't always sell with his whole entire crew. Sometimes he goes, sometimes some members of the crew will travel across the world to some other island to do some objective, like how on Egghead we saw Van Auger and Katarina Devon do their thing and get touch Saturn so she can, transform into him. So Blackbeard does things like that where he splits the crew up. Maybe even himself, he goes to some islands. I wonder if Zebek went alone. And he would want to, so he doesn't let his crew know about the Davy clan and stuff like that. What else? Man, some of all the big names on this island, man. Crazy. Buggy theory might get squashed. We do not see Buggy on this island. But he's around the same age as Shanks. And I think Blackbeard as well, right? I wonder. No, Buggy's younger than Blackbeard. Huh. We got the mom reveal. I just remembered that. I was too hyped about Dragon saving Blackbeard that we finally see Blackbeard's mom. Just a little bit of her, at least. What else? I'm trying to think if Buggy could fit into all this, but I just don't know. Maybe they just found him at a young age, because he's the same age as Shanks, and they were on the crew around the same age. I'm like, was he also at God Valley, or did they pick him up shortly after the fact? And I wonder why Shanks was left behind and Shamrock wasn't. Because it wasn't like Garling only cared about one of the twins. From this dialogue, it seems like he would care about both of them. So something must have happened where Shanks unfortunately got left behind. Or fortunately, you know what? He's not he didn't turn out like Shamrock. Fortunately, he got left behind. If only both of them did. I wanna form some more thoughts about this chapter, but it's a lot. I'll come back next week if I can jot some stuff down or remember what things I may think of during the next week. But let me get out of here. I'll see everybody next week. Take care.